and welcome to the kitchen table. I am Lillian Grace Harmon, and oh, I am so glad you are here tonight. Come sit down. The kettle is on, and we have got a lot to talk about. Now, I had the loveliest letter this week from a woman in Ohio, and she said she tried our navy bean soup from the first program, and her husband went back for thirds. Thirds. Ha! And she said something that just stuck with me. She said, Lillian, I had forgotten how good simple food can be. Well, that made my whole week right there. And you know what? She is absolutely right. Somewhere along the way, we started thinking a good meal had to be complicated. 12 ingredients, a fancy name from a magazine. But, the best meals I ever ate were the simplest ones. A pot of soup on the stove, warm bread, butter and salt, and a kitchen that smells like home. So tonight I want to talk about something I think every woman should know how to do well, and that is how to roast a chicken. Now I know some of you are saying, oh, Lillian, I already know how to roast a chicken, and maybe you do, but I have learned over the years that most people overcomplicate it, and the ones who keep it simple, they make the best bird, every single time. Here is what you need. 1 whole chicken, about 4 pounds, salt and pepper, and butter. That is really all you must have. Now, if you have a lemon, cut it in half and tuck it right inside the bird. If you have a few cloves of garlic, toss those in too. A sprig of rosemary or thyme from the garden if you have got it. Lovely. But do not let anyone tell you that you cannot roast a beautiful chicken with nothing but salt, pepper, and butter. You absolutely can. Now here is step 1, and most people skip this. Take that bird out of the ice box about 30 minutes before you plan to cook it. Let it come closer to room temperature. And then, and this is the secret, ladies, pat it dry all over with a clean towel. A wet bird will steam instead of roast, and nobody wants that. Now, rub it all over with softened butter, and I mean, be generous. Do not be shy with it. Then season it liberally with salt and pepper, inside and out. Tuck those wingtips under the body and tie the legs together with a piece of kitchen string if you have it. If you do not have string, do not worry about it one bit. It will be just fine. Set it breast side up in a roasting pan, or even just a good cast iron skillet, and put it in an oven preheated to 425 degrees. And here is where most people go wrong. They fuss. Oh, they fuss. They open that oven every 10 minutes. They baste and baste and baste. Do not do that. Put that bird in the oven and leave it alone. Just let the heat do its job. For a 4-pound chicken, you are looking at about 1 hour to 1 hour and 15 minutes. You will know it is done when the juices run clear when you poke the thickest part of the thigh, and that skin is golden and just crackling. Oh my. And when it comes out, and this is the other place people go wrong, do not carve it right away. I know, it smells so good, but let it rest. 15 minutes at least. Just set it on a cutting board and put a little tint of foil over the top. This lets all those beautiful juices settle back into the meat instead of running out all over your board. Patience, ladies. Patience makes the difference between a juicy bird and a dry one. Now, while that chicken is resting, take that pan with all those gorgeous drippings and set it right on the stove over medium heat. Add about a tablespoon of flour and stir it around for a minute or so. Then pour in a cup of water or chicken broth if you have it, and scrape up all those golden bits from the bottom of the pan. Oh, those bits. Those bits are everything. Stir it until it thickens up, and you have yourself a gravy that would make your grandmother weep. Season it with a little salt and pepper. You can pour it through a strainer if you want it smooth, but I leave it rustic. I always leave it rustic. Serve that chicken with whatever you like. Mashed potatoes are the classic, of course. Roasted carrots and onions are lovely. Or honestly, even just a piece of good bread to soak up that gravy. And tomorrow, you pull the rest of the meat off those bones and you make chicken sandwiches or a nice chicken salad. And the day after that, those bones go in a big pot with water and some vegetables, and you have yourself a stock that will be the start of next week's soup. 1 chicken, 3 days of meals. That is how a kitchen works. Oh, and one more thing before I let you go. I almost forgot. This is the time of year when I start thinking about my window herbs. Now, if you have a sunny window in your kitchen, just one sunny window, you can grow a little pot of parsley, one of chives, and one of thyme. And you will have fresh herbs for months without spending a single penny at the store. And I will tell you something. A little bit of green growing in your kitchen does something good for the spirit, too, especially right now. I always say, tend to what you can reach. That is all any of us can do. Well, that is our time for tonight. Oh, it goes so fast, does it not? Next time I want to talk to you about pie crust, because I have a method that I believe anyone can master, even if you have been afraid of pie crust your whole life. We are going to tackle it together. I promise you. This has been The Kitchen Table with Lillian Grace Harmon, here on the Winrad Broadcasting Service. I will see you on Thursday. Until then, roast that chicken, start those window herbs, and take care of yours. Good night.
Campbell's Chicken Noodle Soup, the soup that's growing faster in popularity than any other soup in America, brings you another chapter in the thrilling life story of Brenda Curtis.